Bo Nix was the first rookie quarterback to start a season opener for the Broncos since John Elway, and he didn't disappoint in his rookie season. He ended the Broncos' 8-year playoff drought, and he finally gave this franchise long-term stability at the quarterback position. And with how great Jaden Daniels was in his first season, it greatly overshadowed how good Bo Nix was this season. Yeah, Jaden Daniels carried the Washington Commanders to being one game shy of making it to the Super Bowl, but Bo Nix wasn't too far off. He had a 21-7 touchdown interception ratio during the second half of the NFL season. He was one of the hottest quarterbacks in the league during this span. And he looked like the second coming of Drew Brees. More athletic, stronger arm, but you still see the similarities in their games. They get the ball out fast. They're really accurate throwers off the ball. I do not feel like the Denver Broncos have seen the tip of how good Bo Nix is about to be. Bo Nix has not even come close to peaking under Sean Payton. The sky is the limit because Bo Nix next season could easily put himself in the MVP discussion. Normally, year 2 is when you see young quarterbacks make the biggest jumps in their career. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl in year 2. Lamar Jackson won MVP in his second season. Bo Nix, with the coaching that he's receiving from Sean Payton, there's no reason why he shouldn't be a top 7, top 8 quarterback at the end of 2025. I am so impressed with just how well Bo Nix was able to elevate a Broncos team that had relatively low expectations coming into 2024. They had an over-under win total of 5.5 wins. The roster wasn't that good. They just came off one of the biggest dead cap hits in NFL history, kicking Russell Wilson to the curb. And there weren't too many people who even thought that Bo Nix was worth being a first-round pick to begin with. And Bo Nix and Sean Payton, not only did they prove everybody wrong, but they showed why the AFC West is about to start making things really complicated for the Kansas City Chiefs, because why the AFC West has been so easy for Kansas City to win over these last couple of years is because the coaching hasn't been as good as what it is now, and 2, the quarterback play hasn't been as good as what it is now. I mean, yeah, you've had Justin Herbert in this division for a while, but other than that, you had Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, and Derek Carr. You had whoever the Broncos were throwing out there at quarterback until Bo Nix came around. Now that the Broncos finally have their franchise quarterback, they now can focus on building the rest of their team around Bo Nix. They have money to spend in free agency. They got some good draft capital. Next year, you could see the Denver Broncos put themselves in the Super Bowl conversation with how well Bo Nix is going to play. I expect Bo Nix to play MVP level football in 2025 when the season kicks off. If you can take a Broncos team that was expected to be one of the 5 worst teams in the NFL this past season and lead them to the playoffs, imagine what you're going to do with a better roster with household names at receiver. Outside of Courtland Sutton, none of you guys, unless you're a Broncos fan, could name more than 2 receivers on this roster. Devon Vele, you got the dude out of Oregon. That's about it. So for a team that had pretty much nobody to throw to on offense for Bo Nix outside of Courtland Sutton, the dude balled out. Just completely balled out. I remember watching him dominate the Atlanta Falcons. It was just seamless. He was just perfect. Passes not even hitting the ground. It looked like he was throwing routes against air against the New Orleans Saints in that Thursday night game that eventually led to them firing their former head coach Dennis Allen. There have been games where Bo Nix has looked like Drew Brees, but on crack. I mean, the athleticism compared to Drew Brees is night and day, and the arm strength, just the overall physical traits that Bo Nix has made him look so promising to the point where I'm willing to bet it all that the Broncos end up making it to an AFC championship game within the next 2-3 years, because Bo Nix, yeah, he's a lot older than what you would like your second year QB to be. But with him getting coached up by Sean Payton, one of the greatest minds in NFL history, if you thought that Bo Nix peaked in 2024 with what he did during his rookie season, you haven't saw nothing yet for what's to come in 2025, because the team around him is only going to get better. He's only going to get better as he continues to grow and develop as a quarterback in the NFL. And Sean Payton is going to put more on him during his second offseason than what he did as a rookie, because it's a difference once you're trying to, get acclimated to the speed of the NFL game versus when you finally understand it all. I felt like after that loss to the Steelers was Bo Nix, I finally understand it moment. That's when things started to click for him. So Bo Nix, I think the best is yet to come with him, and I'm expecting a monstrous 2025 campaign out of him.